what's happening, fellas? We are here to talk overlay fantasy sports. I guess ladies too, if there's a couple of you out there. Getting out a little bit early today, so we'll have a little longer time to talk about it, kind of walk it through, maybe even look up some stats to kind of share with you guys about why we're making our decisions. Not a pretty night for myself personally, but I want to congratulate Daniel Allen. He's been a customer of ours for a long time. And again, he just signed up for the site like a week ago, and he's got like 3 or 4 like top 10% finishes making that money. So good job, bud. Let's keep it rolling tonight.
Definitely, and I just want to give myself an early congratulations for going 12-0 and taking it on the jackpot tonight.
Oh, early. Like you're the pre-congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yes, the pre-congratulations. Thank you.
All right, so let's start at the top. We got Jimmy Butler against Atlanta and Bradley Beal against Charlotte. I actually think this one is tough. And like from a DK perspective, I feel safer with Beal. You got the blowout factor in Miami. Atlanta's just not very good. But they're shorthanded in Miami. No Goran Dragic. I believe Winslow's out tonight as well. Butler's been absolutely killing it lately. Bam is a little bit beat up. So as much as I feel better with Beal on DK, I don't think this is an easy one.
It's not an easy one, but I'll still take Beal. The spots aren't that far apart here, but I just think Beal is in the slightly better one. Charlotte is slightly, I'd rather face Charlotte slightly more than Atlanta, although that's very close. Butler, even though they are shorthanded, still has better teammates around him. Beal will just have the higher usage. So I could easily see Butler outscoring Beal, but I think if these games are played out 100 times, Beal outscores Butler 60 times.
So I take a lot of offense to what you just said about Beal's teammates not being as good. He's got Bertans. Perhaps the greatest shooter in the – no, okay, all right, I'm just playing a little bit. I would take Beal as well, but it's not as – and it actually kind of makes me think about my DK lineup.
I know. I can tell that's where you're thinking about it. Like, man, is Butler a good pivot off of Beal and DK? I can tell that's like going through your head right now.
Right? Okay. All right, we're thinking about that one. All right, the next one up for me is easy, though. I'm going to go Embiid.
Yeah, easy right here. Give me Embiid all day. He's just a better fantasy player.
Right, and again, like, I don't like this matchup for Jokic. You know what I mean? Like, Embiid can just bully him down low. I think it's a good game. I like Embiid in good games when they need to give him the ball. So, give me Embiid.
Good point.
All right, after this one, we got Tobias Harris against Jamal Murray. I'm going to take Harris.
Man, this is a really tough one. I don't really like either of them tonight. I'll take Harris also because I'd rather take Philly guys than Denver guys when all said and done.
That's pretty much where I'm at. They're pretty even, and that's kind of what I was thinking the same. All right, so Gary Harris or Paul Millsap. I'm going to take a shot that they need Millsap's size today to check with Horford and Embiid, so I'm going to take Millsap in this spot.
I'm going to take Millsap easy, kind of like Embiid. This is a type of spot where we like Millsap. Not that the matchup's great on paper, but should be a close competitive game. I think they need him here.
Yeah, I mean, the Sixers are big. You know, with Embiid and Horford and Simmons, so they're going to need some size today. And Millsap's, they're going to need his body.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A slightly hobbled Bam versus Hassan Whiteside.
It's a really
this one. It is a good one.
I don't really think Bam is all that hobbled because he played last game, but again, he's still listed as questionable. I've been really impressed with how Whiteside's played recently. I'm a slightly bigger Bam fan than Whiteside, but I just have a feeling on Whiteside tonight, so that's where I'm rolling.
Well, I'm a much bigger
Definitely
fan of Bam than I am of Whiteside, but I will take Whiteside in this spot as well. I don't have a lot of faith in Atlanta playing a competitive game here. I guess it's just in my heart of hearts, Bam has played through a little bit of an injury, nothing like overly major, and I expect that he goes tonight. But it's kind of like that load management within the game opportunity they might give him this evening. It makes me go with Whiteside.
And I actually think the Portland Knicks game could be a competitive game.
I kind of thought that you might think that. So, again, I know you're probably big on the Carmelo revenge game, right?
Exactly. I thought that you thought that I would think that.
Well, I thought that you thought that I thought that you would think that. So we're on the same board here. All right. Big Al versus Julius. I'm going to take Julius.
Same. Again, I'll take Philly guys over Denver guys, but I'll basically take almost any other team over guys from that game.
I expect good defense in that Philly-Denver game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's going to be right. Two good teams, two good defensive teams. Probably, I would assume, play at a slower pace tonight. I just think that Julius Randle is a guy they want to see what they got here, and he seems to, in the short, brief time period, played well under new management or new coaching.
There's only I feel like we were talking about this yesterday. There's only 7 or 8 really good teams in the NBA, and you don't face one of those other teams that often. We have one of those games tonight. It should be a really good game just for basketball purposes.
Are those good teams? Milwaukee, Boston, Philly. Do you include Miami in there?
I think that Miami's right on the cusp.
I've been impressed by them.
Been very impressed by them. Not sure that this will last, but also I'm not sure why it wouldn't last,
Right. I think Butler's making his play. We had that superstar conversation yesterday. Butler's trying to really vault his name into that category because he's another guy right on that precipice.
No doubt about that. Good one.
Okay. We agree on Randall on this one. Now, Graham versus Ben Simmons. In a slower half-paced game like this where I think Embiid does his damage versus Graham, who's got a crush spot, I'm going to go with Graham.
Same. Easy.
Okay. Rozier versus McCollum. I'll go Rozier.
It's kind of the same points here. Yep.
Here's an interesting one for me, though. Jabari Parker against Miami and Tyler Hero against Atlanta. I'm actually going to take Hero.
Hero's been really impressing me. He's a big reason why they're playing so well. He fits with what they're doing. He just makes open shots. I'm going to go with Hero also. He's going to get his.
Okay. RJ Barrett versus Marcus Morris Sr. This is a tough one for me.
I like Morris here, man. Your boy, I almost brought him up on the public video. He just continues to play well. Barrett's good also, so it is close, but I'm going to go Morris. I trust him more.
Sure. I'll side with you on this one instead of arguing with you. It's a tough call. This is one that'll be at the end for me for sure, though.
Fair enough.
All right. Mitchell Robinson versus Carmelo Anthony. I'm going to go with Robinson, but I don't feel great about it.
I'm going to agree with you on all fronts there. I'm going to go Robinson also, but I also don't feel great about it. I just don't really want much to do with Carmelo, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not buying what he's selling quite yet. All right. Then we get into what I have to call turd sandwiches, which is Damian Jones against Cam Reddish and Herter versus Hunter. I don't have great feelings about this one in any of these guys. It's definitely one that I want to do some further research before I would make any of these picks. Do you have any gut feelings for either of them?
My gut feels are Reddish and Herter, but again, all they are gut feels.
Yeah, I'll side with you on this one for the time being. Reddish, I think for sure. And then Herter Hunter's a tough one for me. I feel like I haven't had to evaluate Atlanta in a couple days, and I need to go back and take a look.
What is Herter's deal right now? I think that's my biggest question. Is he back to playing full minutes?
That's another one I'm going to have to go back and look up. I feel like Atlanta hasn't been on a main slate in a hot minute, and I haven't had to take a look at them.
Yeah, they haven't played. That's a good call because they hadn't played since last Wednesday. And then when they did play, they played, I think, on Sunday, an early game.
Yeah, so I didn't have to take a look at it. Herter's probably just injured because he's such a lady killer. He's probably out there throwing out his back, dealing with all those ladies.
This is true. Best looking guy in the league.
Definitely. All right. Ish Smith versus Miles Bridges. So I like both of these guys tonight.
Same.
They're both wildly in play on any format you play in. I am going to trust Ish Smith. The ceiling for Miles Bridges in my eyes is significantly higher, but I'm going to trust Ish Smith because I know he's going to play big minutes. So I will take the floor of Ish over the ceiling of Bridges.
I do like both of them quite a bit, and I will say I am encouraged that Bridges' minutes should be more stable today without Marvin Williams there. That being said, I still trust Ish more, so I will go Ish as well.
Right, Ish is playing 30-plus minutes.
He has to. They want to run a point guard next to Beal, and he's what they got right now. So you're right.
And we like Ish. We're Ish fans.
Yeah, he's more than serviceable, is how I'd put it.
All right. I feel like all day long we're talking Bertans, so here we go again. Hachimura versus Bertans. It's a tough one. I'll stick with Bertans, but it's not one that I say with a ton of confidence.
Yeah, I'll go with Bertans too. It seems like Hachimura is he's a little bit more expensive than Bertans on salary sites, and I like Bertans slightly more anyway, so I'll just stick with it here too.
I like the idea of Rui's athleticism in the paint today against Charlotte. But I know Bertans is going to take a ton of three-pointers.
So that's a good call because we love big men against Charlotte. Washington doesn't have any prototypical big men. Well, I guess if you want to call
Mahimi.
Yeah, we both went there. But I agree with you. Hachimura is the X factor because if He plays 5 a bunch today. He could just go ham, just by a byproduct of the matchup.
If for some reason they didn't play Mahimi, I think I might actually pivot over to Hachimura in this one. I'm assuming Jan will be playing, but if he wasn't, because obviously he's been out for a long time, and for whatever reason, I don't know why they wouldn't play him today, knowing they don't play again until Saturday. But if he was out, I would probably go to Rui.
I'm with you there.
All right. Speaking of the big man, we got Mo Wagner. Again, this is one. I'm assuming Jan Mahimi is going to play today, so I'm going to go with PJ Washington. Very likely no Marvin Williams, makes his minutes more solidified. But if Mahimi was out, I think I would consider putting Wagner past Washington.
Yeah, same. They are very close to me. These teams are like so similar. It's hard to know their pecking orders after Beal. Beal is the one guy that you feel like for certain about on either side. Then after that, a lot of these guys are similar with big floors or with low floors and high ceilings. It's an interesting game in that regard. I'm going to go Wagner also.
Well, I went Washington.
Oh, well, I'm going to go Wagner instead of Washington then.
All right. Awesome. So, again, I'm going to run through this again real quick because, again, I'm always constantly forgetting about missed shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there was anybody here that was really affected by that one. Potentially Graham might miss a few more shots than Simmons, because Simmons really only dunks.
Or takes threes.
Yeah. Did you happen to see the post on Instagram? And it was Ben Simmons, and it shows like the ticker underneath him, whatever it says, awaiting his invitation to the 3-point contest.
No, that's amazing.
Okay. Although a lot of these guys are very similar with their shot taking. It is another reason to maybe like Mitchell Robinson more than Carmelo. I could picture Carmelo jacking up a bunch of terrible shots tonight.
Definitely. It's a definite good reason. It's hard. This is a different slate, I feel like, where we have a lot of the big slates like last night. There'll be guys like jump shooters versus centers. There isn't that much of that today,
No, there's not. So those are our early thoughts, guys. Go check them out, overlaydfs.com. Thumbs up on the video is always appreciated. And we'll see you guys for members only for the customers and possibly some drafters later on as well.
Thanks, guys.